this right here. All right, guys, welcome back to episode 6 of In the Real Pod. I'm Aces. This is DJ. We got a super duper episode for you guys. We got Shaq in the back. These two are the biggest Superman fans we know, so he's gonna be adding in his 2 cents whenever he wants. This is a super episode for a reason. We're gonna do a lot of things Superman related with a big review.
Just as long as we're all in agreement.
I am Iron Man.
Maximus Decimus Meridius. And Batman. We are the Walking Dead.
We'll get into the people who tried out for Superman, and a lot of people who got close to the role over the past few years and all that. But Jacob Elordi auditioned for this Superman. We know also Nicholas Hoult auditioned for this Superman. Also, Jack Quaid auditioned to play Superman.
That was definitely just like, look, the guy is a great actor, but this is what James Gunn was saying. He was saying, I had a lot of people audition for this role, but it doesn't mean that if you never got it, that means like David Corenswet's a better actor.
Yeah.
He was saying you just didn't fit what this character that I was directing needed, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think Jack
he said
Quaid,
Nicholas Hoult is a better actor than David
Corenswet.
Corenswet.
He didn't say it like that, but yeah,
he definitely said. There's an interview where
he's
with David Corenswet. He said Nicholas is a better actor than David 100 times.
Wow,
but
I didn't see that. I seen
that's not even a diss, bro. He's been in it way more. He has way more stuff to go off of. He is technically a better actor to a lot of people.
David Corenswet is a good actor too, though. I thought they were just gonna bring like a run of the mill, average guy, but no, he's actually a good actor. Like, he has range for sure. But what I was saying is, I don't think Jack Quaid definitely fits any superhero archetype.
Wait, that's the guy from The Boys?
Yeah, it's the guy from The Boys. I just don't think he voices him on the animated show.
Yeah. He's up and coming actor. Why not?
Yeah, it's two different things, but again, you need to have a certain archetype to fit that character, especially the one that he's doing for this universe. And none of those people, maybe, what was his name? The guy from Euphoria? Jacob Elordi. Elordi. Yeah, like, out of all the people you just named right now, I think he would be my second choice. Best out of whatever is given to us. I don't know.
He'd be good as like Plastic Man.
Who? Jack Quaid would be a great Plastic Man. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that would be a good cast.
Patrick Schwarzenegger also auditioned for this Superman. In 1978, Dustin Hoffman was considered to play Superman. Sylvester Stallone met for the 1978 Superman, but was passed over in favor of Christopher Reeve. Will Smith turned down Superman to do Wild Wild West. How many things has this guy turned down to do Wild Wild West? What the heck?
I don't like. Do you think he was what Superman was this? Superman
that was a big thing that we read up on back then too. That Will Smith was being considered, especially after Hancock, to be
Superman, right?
Have a Superman movie. Yeah,
like Black
Superman.
Clark Kent,
yeah, I think they might have done Clark Kent or Val Zod. I don't know.
I think it was before Hancock.
Was it before Hancock? I think it was. I thought it was because they saw Hancock and saw him in Hancock, and they're like, "Hey, you want to do a Superman movie?"
What's Will Smith?
Well, they said
you know
he
what I
turned
mean?
down what? Wild Wild West?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was way before Hancock.
that is true, actually. Yeah.
That was like around the Matrix time, which was like early 2000s. But there was a Black Superman movie or TV show in development with Michael B. Jordan as a producer, I believe.
That was way after though.
That was
way
after.
That
was like kind of towards the end of the DCEU with Zack Snyder, where he was going to be Val Zod or produce it. I'm not really sure of what the details are there. Or there was the Black Superman who's president in that alternate reality. I don't remember his name, but there's a lot of versions of this character you could do. So I don't know. I think before we get to that point where we do legacy characters, let's get the main guy down pat. Let's get that story out and about with a good foundation. Then you could do legacy characters. The same way, like, we've seen Peter Parker a million times in infinite movies and different types of mediums or whatever. And now we have Miles Morales. He's the new kid up. And it's working. Everyone likes and loves Miles Morales because it's a new, fresh take on something that we've seen so many times. So it's like, let's get the original idea out first.
Yeah.
And then we can have legacy characters.
Josh Hartnett, who was in that garbage movie that I watched. I think it was last year. With the concert. What was that movie called? He was with his daughter at the concert, but he was a serial killer.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
What a garbage film.
Was it? I seen a clip on it on TikTok. Oh, Trap.
And he's not a bad actor, but for some reason in that movie he was horrible. That movie was just for M. Night Shyamalan. And his daughter was the concert singer because his daughter in real life is a musician, and I guess this was just to.
It's not worth watching. Trap.
Honestly, I think you might like it. Do with that what you want. Christian Bale considered for a canceled Batman vs Superman project as Superman. Brendan Fraser.
Bale as Superman.
Brendan Fraser.
Really fast as a Bruce Wayne.
There was a movie, a Superman movie called Flyby. I'm not sure if this is the Bryan Singer movie that got canceled, but Brendan Fraser auditioned for the movie Flyby. Henry Cavill auditioned for a Superman movie in 2004 before it being canceled.
Yeah.
Matt Bomer signed for Superman Flyby before it was canceled. So
that was
he
by
got
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. He got the role, but they canceled it.
And he was saying, "Oh, it got canceled because he's gay." That's what.
Who? Matt Bomer?
Yeah, Matt Bomer.
Who said that?
He said that the world wasn't ready to have a gay Superman. I mean, like, not the character would be gay, but like
the person playing
it's because he's gay or whatever. Which I didn't even know he was gay until like
Jude Law tried out and he tried to sue on but backed out over fame concerns. Joe Manganiello was in talks before the role went to Henry Cavill.
No way.
Yeah, or Manganiello.
It's Flash Thompson from Spider-Man 1.
Yo, I keep forgetting that. I keep
yeah.
forgetting that. He was an amazing Deathstroke.
And Deathstroke. Man,
Crazy
I'm
Deathstroke.
pissed that we lost out on him being Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
you never know. He could come back.
But yeah, some of those people, it's kind of weird seeing them on the list. Sylvester Stallone.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone. It would have been like.
It would have been horrible. It would actually been horrible.
Trying to play Spider-Man.
Lewis!
Michael Jackson was trying to play Spider-Man.
At least Michael Jackson was a fan.
You know what this reminds me of? It's Nicolas Cage being cast as Superman. I think he's just a really big fan. He's a big fan, by the way. Yeah. Of like Superman, like a huge,
He named his kid Kal-El, no?
Yeah, he's nuts. Like he loves this stuff like die hard. So I'll give him a pass. Again, like not knocking these guys as bad actors. It's just like, yo, there's a specific
look.
Yeah, it's like it is what it is, man. Like you can't have like Terry Crews be Peter Parker. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That's actually hilarious. Is Terry Crews a bad actor? No, he's a great actor. I'd have him as like
Terry Crews is a great actor
for his roles. Like he plays his role like himself well. The muscle guy. He's a muscle guy.
Is that what makes a great actor to you though? Because a lot of times you say somebody's a great actor, but then you say for the movies they choose.
Well, to me,
if you can only choose one role, are you a good actor?
To me, a great actor is someone that can just entertain me, like as I'm watching the project.
Your bar is very low, my friend.
I mean,
your bar is so low.
Look. At the end of the day, when you're watching movies and TV shows, there are certain projects where like I don't want to really get too in depth into it. Like TV is like escapism for a lot of people. Some part, maybe you had a long day at work, whatever, stressful day. You want to watch some TV, not think about it, whatever. That's Smallville for me. When I have a long, stressful day, I'll just turn it on. I'm not really watching, not paying attention. Some scenes are interesting, but I feel like if you could do that, entertain me in some way, whether it's like in-depth acting skill or just like a calming, relaxing mood or whatever, like you're a good actor. Like not every actor, you can't measure all actors like as the same thing. Like there's method actors, there's character actors, there's actors, which are like those are
there's movie stars.
Exactly. There's blockbuster hits. Like you just put this guy in a movie, you know what I mean? Like Michael B. Jordan. I think he can act, but I think he's more of a movie star at this point.
Terry Crews is an actor by profession.
A character actor though.
That's it. No. He's on he has a SAG card. Khalas. That's it, fam. He's not a good actor. I don't think he's a good actor. Huh?
Terry Crews like at the bare minimum is like just enough that you can be.
But has he ever led?
He's not somebody
a
who would
project, though?
ruin a movie or a show for me, and I think
Yeah.
he can do comedy very well. But I think that's
Exactly. He was hilarious in White Chicks.
You can't move that. There you go. I was just thinking about you looking at it afterwards and being like, oh.
all right, man. Moving on. This is how much the main cast of Superman got paid. Okay, so David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnan.
Let me guess.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
No. I would say my guess, because none of them are established movie stars besides Nicholas Hoult. He's not a star, but he's been in a lot of movies, right? I would say he got paid the highest salary, and everyone else was similarly close. I would say
Do you know what they
David
made?
Corenswet got 500,000. Rachel.
They got the same.
Oh, so they both got 500K, and I'd
Okay.
say Nicholas got 1.5.
And James Gunn?
Like, would he get paid?
Yeah.
A lot. I'm assuming, since he fucking put the
David
movie out.
Corenswet and Rachel Brosnan got 750,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Nicholas Hoult
They
got
both got paid the same.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult got 2 mil. Nicholas Hoult got 2 mil.
$2 million.
But that is a great question, because like,
You gotta think about it.
Like-
If her character did nothing.
it's not even about that though.
She's marketed as a
more
lead.
and she's more established
Yeah.
than he is. She's in a very popular TV show, Mrs. Maisel, whatever it is, but he's not as established. Yes, he is the
he is
main
low
character
tier
of this
B.
movie, but I think that's also why they got him, because they can pay him this much.
Kristen, what's her name?
No, that's not the same. She never had the
She's more
same.
established.
She never had the same impact on Spider-Man the way Lois Lane does on what's it called Superman. Or she never had. She never
Lois
had.
Lane had no real purpose.
She was in a lot of
I'll
movies
say
though,
this, I'll
compared
say
to
this, look.
what's her
Mary Jane
name?
was as well.
I'll say
Not
this.
as much as her in the first
I
movie.
think the reason why.
Maybe about the same.
Do you think so? I haven't watched Spider-Man 1 in a while.
I'd say the reason why Rachel. Well, how do you pronounce her last name? You know. I'm bad
And was
with
she
names.
established? What's that?
Brosnahan?
What's the girl's
Brosnahan?
name from
Kristen
Spider-Man? Kristen
No,
Stewart.
Kristen.
No,
Kristen.
This guy said, "Oh no!" I said,
Yeah.
"Bella from
No,
Twilight."
No, you
Kristen
have to
Dunst.
look at it like this. Look, at the end of the day, salaries. There's a lot of things that go into it, right? There's how is this character in terms of importance to the story, right? Like Lois and Clark. The story is about Lois, Clark, and Lex.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's about Clark's relationship with
The
Lois.
movie's
And
marketed
what
like
he's
that,
dealing
at
with
least.
Lex,
The-
but Lois had nothing. She added nothing to the story.
It doesn't
she was
matter
there
what
to-
Oh, you can't say she added nothing to the
yeah,
story.
like,
She
you-
definitely added
like,
something
what are
to
you
the
talking
story.
about, man?
She added nothing herself outside of being a distraction for him. Oh, he's dealing with the fact that his relationship is on a thread. I didn't like Amy Adams' Lois Lane. I liked Rachel's Lois Lane way more. But Amy Adams did more in the movie than this Lois did. This Lois did nothing whatsoever.
They broke the whole. Okay,
Because
let's not
it
get
was-
into
it was-
spoilers
okay,
yet.
look,
But
look,
we'll
hold
get
on,
into
hold
we'll
on,
get
hold
into the
on, hold
review.
on.
But
It's about look. At the end of the day, it's about what the character. She was marketed as a lot, to do a lot. It's not. I don't think you just get paid just to like. Hey, by the way, you're in this movie. You're gonna get paid. Like these people are doing press. They're showing up to events. Like you. Like she was marketed heavily. So for her to get paid what she did, I think she put in a lot of
Shouldn't be
work
the same.
on the actual movie itself, whether it was in or outside of the movie. I think she put a lot.
the only reason I can see it being the same, why it's the same, is because she is a bigger name than him coming into this. A lot of these guys in Marvel got paid way less than this too.
Yeah.
They got paid 150
And
for their
it's
first
common-
movie.
it's common-
And these guys are signing. Pretty sure
Yeah.
they're signing a long-term deal to the point where
Yeah,
it's like,
and it's
hey, this is the
common-
first movie. This is what you need to take on this first movie. I'm pretty sure the next few movies he's gonna be making much more than her, but he's not established. She is.
That's what I'm saying.
She's on a
That's the
TV
case,
show.
then Kristen Dunst has an argument then because she was.
I think
her
timing
argument
is
was
different
she
too,
was
though.
more established.
She was hot. She
But
was
this
hot. Like,
guy
she was a
is
hot and
Spider-Man.
upcoming
He's the
actor.
main person. He's
Yeah.
Spider-Man, so we're like, well, then
How much did she get paid?
more. I don't know, but she just said it as she got paid way less than him. She should have been getting paid.
That was a different time, though. It was
should've
a
got
different
paid the
time
same.
when.
But I don't think Mary Jane's
Very different time, you
storyline.
understand it more.
I don't think Mary Jane's storyline and her impact with Peter Parker adds as much as Lois and Clark.
What was her
There
impact?
is no Lois and Clark. I'm just saying the characters, given the characters, Mary Jane to Peter Parker is not the same as Lois Lane to Clark Kent. I don't think anybody in comics has that dynamic of
Can I say
these
one
two
thing? Look.
and them balancing each other out. Her being there, like she's a very big
Let me
part
say-
in
let me
Superman.
say one thing.
Not in Superman,
Let
the
me say
movie,
one
but in
thing.
just the lore of Superman.
Lois's character is definitely gonna have more in terms of her story. I can see that definitely down the line, and even the lore of her character, she does have more eventually, right? I think this movie gave us an established universe, and we're just seeing bits and pieces of like his relationship as his human side, his alien side, whatever the case is. Mary Jane, she was just like important to Peter before, I guess, or like the beginning of his career as he was just becoming Spider-Man. How is he gonna balance his identity with like being a hero and being in this relationship with her? It's not like that with Lois. Like she knows that he's Clark, spoilers, and her character is more important than Mary Jane's character to Spider-Man. Like,
In general,
how many girlfriends does this guy go through? Spider-Man, he has a ton of other love interests, right? So
That's what I mean. In the lore of their characters, Lois Lane has, longevity-wise, way more impact than Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy. It's always them two. You got what I mean? Like,
well, it's mainly Mary Jane.
it is mainly her,
After
but
Lois
especially
and
with the
Clark-
Raimi trilogy, it
after
is, yeah.
Lois and Clark, the next main superhero couple is Spider-Man and Mary Jane. After Lois and Clark, the next biggest thing. But you guys are talking about
Yeah.
general lore. You're forgetting we're talking about this movie.
Okay.
Specifically in this movie, she added nothing.
But you can't only base it off the movie and her what she's doing in the movie. No, but these are actors signing on. We are talking about general because you're asking why they get paid the same. For this movie,
Yeah.
regardless, a lot of other things are taken into account too. All right, moving on to a nice juicy Superman game of Who Said It. All right, we're gonna do this quick. These are quotes from all Supermans that you guys know, okay? And you guys gotta let me know who said it. All right. Number 1, do you know what's great about truth? It's that no matter how many people want to lie about it, it stays true. Yeah. Hold on. 1 to Shaq, 0 to you.
yeah, okay.
Number 2, I'm not human. I'm something else. I come from another planet. My parents put me in that ship and sent me here to save me. No.
Tom Welling, Smallville.
Yeah, 1-1. Jeez.
Come on,
That's the
that's
rule.
your
Hey, if you
That's your boy.
whoever
Get out
has
here.
it first, just yell it out. But if you don't get it, it goes to the other person. You can't keep yelling out answers. Number 3, my father believed that if the world found out who I really was, yeah.
That's a tie.
That's the one.
That's
I
a
thought
tie.
it
You
was.
got it.
That's a tie.
Number
That's
4,
a tie.
the world will always need Superman, but right now this family needs me more.
Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to say.
Superman and Lois.
2-2. Number 5, I'm trying to show people there's a better way, that you don't have to fight fire with fire.
Smallville?
Nope.
Wait, is live action and animated all included in
No, just live action.
You don't have to fight fire with fire.
Superman and Lois?
No, wait.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
Yeah, you already had your thing.
Okay.
Wait, are you able to repeat movies?
Yeah, you can repeat actors. It's not. It's
Oh, okay. Christopher Reeve.
nope. Nah, nobody got it. This is
Hold on. Give me a
one more chance each.
Okay.
10.
Repeat the quote.
I'm trying to show people there's a better way, that you don't have to fight fire with fire. You have 5 seconds.
Brandon Routh.
Nope.
I'm trying to remember the name. Was it David Corenswet?
Yes, you got it.
Wow.
3-2.
We literally
You got it.
got
Yo, we just watched it.
My first guess.
Next one. Maybe my destiny isn't to lead mankind. Maybe it's to
Smallville.
protect it. I grew up in Kansas, General. I'm about as American as it gets. Yeah. I don't even know the score anymore.
No, he's up 1.
I'm here to
4-3.
fight for truth, justice, and the American way.
Christopher Reeve.
Up
Damn.
2. I may have been born on another planet, but Earth is my home.
Smallville.
Brandon Routh.
Nope.
Oh, Superman and Lois. Tyler
Yes.
Hoechlin.
Okay, this is like a this is not the bonus, but it's a mini bonus, okay? I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard.
Animated series.
Animated
Always-
series.
Always
Justice
taking
League,
constant
the-
care not to break something, to break someone, never allowing myself to
what's
lose
the actor's
control,
name? What's the actor's
even
name?
for a
That's the real
moment,
bonus
or
point. What's the
someone
actor's
could
name?
die.
What's the actor's name?
Freaking
George Newborn.
But you
right?
can take it, can't you, big
Yeah,
guy?
no,
What
it's
we
not
have
the daily.
here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose
George
and
Newborn.
show you just how powerful I really am.
He was the one that replaced the other one.
George Newborn, yes.
George Newborn.
Bonus. I'm the blur. I'm the red blue blur.
Clark Kent, small black one.
All right, man. Here we go. If you guys haven't watched this film yet, I don't know what you're doing. Go watch it. Come back to here because we have an in-depth review, and we're jumping right into it, man. The cold opening. Should we start with our?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's start with our scores because I watched it for the second time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1,
8.
6. Damn. I'm actually joking. This shit went high, bro. It's an
Yeah.
8.5 for me.
This guy's actually a movie
This
hater.
is an 8.5
It's
for
8.
me.
No, he said.
I said 6. I lied.
Okay.
I said 6.
No,
but
it's
I
an
lied.
8.
No,
It's
it's
an 8.
I gave it at first an 8, and then I'm like, yo, this could be like 8.59 for me. I'm not gonna.
But then
lie.
you remember some of the things that you don't like, and then there's an answer for everything.
Not even that. I remember some things I don't like, and it's like some stuff like CGI, some stuff like that I didn't like. I just didn't care about the second time because I'm like, I feel so good. So it starts off with the cold opening. Yeah, 3 centuries ago, 3 decades ago, 3 years ago, months, weeks,
Very
hours.
Star Wars-esque.
I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. We dive right into it. Very informative. We know that this universe is already established. This
Yeah.
guy's been Superman for 3 years now.
It's a universe that's already been around.
Yeah. You like that?
I liked it. I think it was like it reminded me of the Star Wars intro. Not as long, the Star Wars intro. You're reading like essays before the movie starts,
literally.
which is like whatever. But no, I thought it was a good, very interesting hook because it just kept going. It's like 3 million years ago or 300 years ago, the metahumans were born, and then it kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter until it led into Superman losing his first fight. So I was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, like that was a good hook to get you into the story of something that's already established in a way that's creative. So I love that part.
I don't think it needs an origin. I think this movie does very well with people who already know the lore of Superman. I can understand why people say, hey, like this is kind of a weird movie or boring, or not boring, but like kind of like it's just too much going on.
Yeah.
It's messy, or it's this or it's that. Listen, I'm the first one who says these movies are made for people like us who love these things like comic books and stuff.
I don't even think so necessarily.
I'm saying my stance on adaptations.
Yeah.
It should adhere to the people who like the original first.
Well, yeah.
Foremost. Don't ruin the story. Don't do any of that. So I really like the fact that they just started off like this. This world's established. I like it. I don't think he needs an origin. Yeah, people who say that, I think it's kind of crazy at this point. You got so many origin stories of Superman.
I think if you don't know like the top like 4, I don't even know, like top 5 characters. If you don't know Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, okay, I'm gonna just leave it to those 3.
Yeah.
There's no way that the general moviegoer, and by the way, the general, I'm not saying if you don't watch movies and this is the first movie you decide to go watch, then yeah, that's a different story. But these 3 characters have been on film for the last 25 years, even longer actually, right? There's been a reference, a movie, a show about them for this long. The general audience does not need to know or see Bruce Wayne's parents get shot in an alley for the bazillionth time,
Or Spider-Man.
or Spider-Man get bit by. It's like let's keep it moving now. You know what I mean?
All right, and then we get to the fortress, or he falls down. He's bleeding, lost for the first time. We get to the fortress. We see Krypto. Without getting too far ahead, how'd you feel about Krypto?
Yo, Krypto was a great addition, and I only could see James Gunn pulling that off because he is. If you watch any of his movies, there's always some sort of character that's not human in the Suicide Squad. You have King Shark, and the Weasel. Then you have
the rat thing.
Guardians of the Galaxy of Rocket Raccoon. You have Groot,
Groot,
Groot. Like he does well with. John Cena has the eagle, and Superman has Krypto. You know what I mean? So I feel like
Batman has Ace the dog. They're gonna bring Ace the dog.
Are they actually going to?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Everyone
but-
loves a good dog story, so it depends.
What he can do is make these animals very interesting. You're absolutely right. We got introduced to the robots. Something I do wish is that we saw the fortress bigger in scale on the inside. It looked like it was just one part we saw. You know what I mean? Like, I like seeing that. I like when we go and in animated stuff, we see the Batcave has different levels. The fortress in a lot of iterations have different levels and stuff. Even in Smallville, right?
Like, what do you rate this fortress out of all the fortresses?
Not my favorite. It just from what we saw, because it's literally all. If you literally turned around like that in 360, that's it. That's all we saw. But like it looks really.
Rent's expensive, bro.
I watched All Star Superman recently, a few days ago. This guy has the Titanic in there.
Yeah.
He restored the Titanic. Like this is what I'm saying. Like it should be. We should in the next movie see it way bigger in scale. And then when they
that Kryptonian zoo that he usually has in the fortress.
Oh, I hope, yeah.
That's
They saw that in,
the fortress in itself.
Batman,
It
Apocalypse.
being like so large, I think for the sake of just the runtime of the movie, they had to kind of cut it like a little short. Like,
Dude, that doesn't take time.
You know what I mean?
Maybe for money reasons, sure, but when
I
it comes
think
to
it does
runtime,
because you can
that's a
add a lot.
transition,
Like,
though.
what are you gonna add more to the story by?
They can have
Fam,
like,
that's a 2-second transition of just he's going into the fortress. When the door opens, boom, you get a nice panned view around of the fortress, and then you see Crypto taking him in. It's literally 2 seconds. If you want to say that's too much money and we don't really need it now, sure, I can understand that. But you can definitely add a scene showing the scale
You're
of how
saying
big
it's
it
2
is.
seconds, yeah, maybe to watch, but who knows? Maybe that's gonna add a lot more production, a
That's
lot
what I mean.
more.
If it's
Like,
more money, I get that part. If you don't want to add it, but I would rather have seen that. I think the Sunray machine. A lot of people didn't like it, or not a lot of people.
it's
I
not even a
feel like I say that
machine.
a lot, but
It's just a magnifying glass.
a few people didn't like, or not a machine, but yeah, you know what I mean.
The Sunray thing.
I think they just were pissed off the fact that he was, I guess, in pain while he was getting healed by the. That's
you can
a
hear his
minor.
bones cracking. You can see it burning, like there's steam coming off.
Yeah.
It's like obviously he's going to. I think a lot of people are annoyed because it's the same thing I said too. If you can fly all the way from Metropolis to the fortress injured, why not fly up to the sun? You know what I mean? If you're injured and you went that far,
I don't agree with
Antarctica,
that, man. That's
why not fly up like Superman normally flies
the sun's
up.
very far away. Even leaving the atmosphere is far. So like,
How pathetic is this Superman if every other iteration has some sort of scene where they're weak and they fly up and then and then they go down?
I think it wasn't a case of him being weak. I think it was just a artistic choice to have him go to the fortress, and it was part of the story because in the story you have, I don't want to get too far into it, but the story itself has other people going to the fortress. So you need that was an introduction to that scene in that environment, and it was important to the movie. So why not, right? There's a lot of things in the comics where Superman gets really hurt, and he goes to the
I
fortress.
think it was very interesting and stuff like that. I love. We've never seen that before ever.
Yeah.
And you're right. He always goes up to the sun, but them doing that is just another interesting take on just his character. Stuff like that where you kind of change certain stuff, but you don't really change the core of the character. I like stuff like that. That's how you adapt something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was good, but like just the excuse of he was too weak doesn't make sense. Is all I'm saying.
It's an artistic choice, and it was clearly meant for us as viewers to connect how Lex finds the fortress.
yeah.
That's all it was.
But also, like Crypto was amazing, but like the robots, that's where it started really getting real James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy. As soon as the robots started making jokes, the way the jokes were made.
But the jokes weren't bad. Like they weren't something that took me out of the movie.
You looked at me.
Oh yeah, I seen that in a trailer. That's why I didn't really care about that. But the four's jokes when you talk about Crypto and talk about it knows that we don't really care and we don't care if it dies. So yeah. He doesn't really he doesn't listen.
No,
to
I
it.
think it was obvious that this movie was based off of All-Star Superman, that story. Like if you've watched the animated thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I've watched it and read the comic, and I think the thing that's missing about Superman, why it's so hard to make, like, there hasn't really been a good, successful Superman movie since the original Christopher Reeve. There's always something, whether it's Brandon Routh, kind of a review bomb. It didn't get review bombed, but it kind of sucked critically.
Yeah.
What else? Then you have Man of Steel, which was, I don't want to even get into that,
Had
right?
all the right pieces.
It had all the right pieces.
A wrong director,
but the
in
wrong
my opinion.
execution. Made money, but again, critically not acclaimed. Right?
And you know what? Zack Snyder.
I was watching some scenes of I forgot what it was. I think it was the opening scene of his Justice League movie when they're just showing Superman get stabbed by Doomsday and all that. Beautiful. You're right. When it comes to his visuals,
Yeah, he's a great director.
absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's just his vision and what he saw. You know, I was saying this to somebody else. I'm like, what we got for the Snyderverse was like, in my opinion, it's not the true DC. So to me, I automatically think different universe, Arrowverse, different universe. You know what I mean? Smallville, they never built it up enough. Different universe. I was hoping that I would see this and be like, this is our main universe. The way we see Iron Man and all these guys and say that's the main Marvel universe. You know what I mean? I could put that on par with the comics.
Do you feel that way?
I don't. I still don't feel. I feel like David Corenswet and this world is a different universe still, and I feel like we still. And my mind can change in a few movies. I'm just talking about for this one movie so far.
Yeah.
I feel like we jumped into another universe, especially with us jumping into everything established. It's just like we're looking at it like
I think
someone
they
went
subbed that by
into a
like
different
design,
universe,
bro.
and now this is what we're seeing right now. You know what I mean?
I think it's like that by design, because I think one of the things that James Gunn was mentioning is he didn't want to do a cameo fest. He didn't want to, build up this movie for you to watch another movie. I think he learned a lot from the MCU, and a lot of the complaints was like, you're watching a movie to watch another movie, to watch another movie, to watch another movie, to watch another movie, and then here's a cameo, here's a cameo, here's a cameo.
Yeah.
So it's like we're watching like long movie trailers to get to the actual final thing. And I feel like for this movie, it focused on them and what they're dealing with in their city and their problems versus, oh, let's mention Gotham, let's mention this. There was other characters in it, and I think they did it tastefully, so you don't have to imagine who else is out there. I wasn't thinking about other characters. And that's the thing with the MCU. You're watching Doctor Strange too, because you're like, okay, Multiverse of Madness, other characters going to be in it. It's like I don't want to watch those type of movies anymore. I want to watch a individual movie and the story to be about that movie versus a build up to something else. Yeah. Are they going to build up something else? Definitely. But there's ways to do it. And I don't think every movie needs to be a part of that plot. I think you can make individual movies and connect these characters in a tasteful way.
Don't you think he kind of, in order to avoid one thing, he did the opposite? Because in order to avoid, I don't want to make a movie that's building up to another movie, he just made a movie that felt like it needed a movie to build up to this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's another thing too. I would say this movie would have been...
Yeah.
Not way better, but I would have felt more complete in my viewing of this movie if it was a sequel. If it was a sequel, if the first like maybe few minutes had like a few flashbacks of him and Pa Kent, which we're gonna get into all that stuff later, but if it had that type of connection, let's save that for later because I want to get into that.
The whole origin in Batman vs Superman, I think that's the most perfect way to do an origin story.
During the opening credits.
Yeah, it was like just some flashes.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, Zack Snyder, you know what?
No, not everyone loves Zack Snyder,
No,
right?
no. First of all, you came out this movie and you were destroying Zack Snyder. As a Zack Snyder fan, that's bad. I'm not a Zack Snyder fan.
First of all, I never ever once said Zack Snyder is a great director. I just said visually, he's a... Look,
no, but for somebody who was giving him a lot of grace, you destroyed him coming out of this movie.
No. Whenever you come out watching these movies and you're doubting it or whatever, Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel, this guy is glazing Zack Snyder.
Hey,
And all of a sudden,
He did say Batman vs Superman, one of his favorite movies of all time. So, not one of his favorite,
top five
superhero movies of all time. All right, let's move on. He then flies off. Okay, I think that's the first flying scene we actually got. James Gunn kept in that little twirling scene. How'd you guys feel about the flying?
Bush.
flying looked
Bush.
terrible throughout the entire
Yeah, there was no like, oh man, that was a great flying scene.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. It wasn't a good. It wasn't bad. It was just like, it's like a commercial. Like if you filmed a commercial and you had a quick flying thing, that's what that felt like.
He comes back to Metropolis, and he fights with the Hammer of Bravia, aka Ultraman, which we find out. We get the introduction to Lex, which I think they did very well. They didn't show his face until he started talking. When Superman comes, he's like, he's here. Nicholas Hoult surprised the shit out of me. This isn't the original Lex we get, but this is a great
This is Jesse Eisenberg done right.
Oh gosh.
Literally, what Jesse Eisenberg was trying to go for, that sarcastic, jokey type of Lex, this is it. But done well.
Goofy. He was
Who?
Goofy. This Lex is not. This
No, I think no.
He is
no,
not
hold on,
closer to
hold on. I
Rosenbaum.
wanna say
Rosenbaum
something.
is
Hold on.
serious through and through.
No.
This guy's making jokes. Stupid, dumb
Look,
dog. Whatever.
no. Look,
Rewatch
Jesse
Rosenbaum.
Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg was a psychotic
He was the
intellectual. He was a psychotic intellectual. This Lex, which is Nicholas Holt's Lex, is a scientific businessman. They lean on he's a genius and he knows science, right? And he knows how to, I guess like develop technology and stuff from scratch. But he's also a businessman too. You know what I mean? But this whole his take on his character, and even like the whole movie itself, is definitely based off of the original Christopher Reeve's universe, because that Lex was like that too. Jack Hackman, right? Or Gene Hackman. Gene. I'm terrible.
Feels silly.
So yeah, but
I
I'm
don't-
not.
I
It's
don't
not.
remember
It's
those
not.
movies.
It's not a redo, guys. It's definitely like an inspiration for sure, from the marketing, from the colors, from the characters too.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought this would have been a Michael Rosenbaum or comic book. I think Michael Rosenbaum is the most comic accurate Lex Luthor. I think Nicholas Hoult is just Jesse Eisenberg done right. If Jesse Eisenberg did it right, you had
comic
a.
accurate.
If Nicholas Hoult was in Snyder's
Yeah, he's more comic.
Nicholas Hoult is more comic book accurate.
Michael Rosenbaum he's a cunning businessman that made decisions and knew how to orchestrate different resources to accomplish things. This Lex that we see now in the movie is like a mad scientist.
He's close to All-Star Superman Lex.
Yeah, he's a mad scientist. He can develop the technology to defeat Superman. He understands the science about everything. Like, he just has a team because it's better to have resources, right? You don't want to be a one-man show. Rosenbaum's Lex was more of like a
This guy made a lot of jokes in this, bro.
Smart too, but the thing is, they made him like
smart, but
they
like
make him like
he's not
genius
fantastical.
smart. They
Yeah,
made him like
business.
above average. Like if he was in school, maybe getting 112.
His money and his power reigns over a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand that.
And his,
But
like his
I'm-
strategy, and
Business.
things and everything.
Yeah,
he's
well-
still a scientist, but he has
Not in Smallville.
scientist- Huh?
Not in Smallville.
In Smallville, he still understands stuff because there's times where he like creates.
But it
stuff
just wasn't
for the
fantastical.
scientists to put together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it just wasn't fantastical.
The thing he was lacking was he just needed to be that science guy because he's supposed to be the smartest person on earth.
yeah, you're right. They never
Not
really
the smartest,
portrayed
but one of the smartest.
one of the three.
No, Lex Luthor's supposed to be number one. Batman's supposed to be number two.
Yeah, and
Mr.
Terrific is
supposed to be
three.
number three.
There's
Yeah,
no.
that's true.
No,
Yes.
no. Batman is not.
I don't like that, but when it comes to science,
You
with
trying to say-
Batman, you know why? Because Batman has
No.
overall intelligence. You know what I mean?
What is this,
He's a
comics or
genius
what?
When it comes to detective, he's a genius when it comes to.
What are we rating this off? Comics or what is it? Because I'm about to look at it right now.
Just search up DC Universe. I'm pretty sure. It's
Damn,
comics.
Lex Luthor is number one. That's
number
pretty effed.
What you're going through right now, or I went through like a month ago when I figured this out. I was like, bro.
Lex,
no way.
Ray Palmer, Mr. Terrific, some guy named Tomorrow, Toy Master, not the villain, but
Tio Morrow. That's what
yeah.
I was telling this guy about. His name is
Professor
Tio
Ivo.
No.
The
1,
brain.
2, 3. Lex, Bruce Wayne, Mr. Terrific,
Terrific.
Michael Holt. Honorable mentions: Ray Palmer, Brainiac, Tim Drake, Professor Ivo, and Tio Morrow. But those three are the top three smartest mans in the world.
When it comes to specifically science, Lex is beating everybody. But then Batman has his intelligence in science. He has his intelligence in detective work.
Yeah.
He has intelligence in.
He's more well-rounded.
He's smart to the point where he's able to block psychic attacks.
Yeah, if Lex is like a 200% genius in science, Batman's like a
would say compare
180 to everything, like everything else. Like
I would
one.
say-
All right, and then we see Lex controlling the hammer, which I thought was such an interesting thing, right? Him, like it was a video game. A1. But yeah, that was very Lex Luthor-esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They really established Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Pocket dimension, Ultraman, all this stuff.
He hates.
Oh, man.
Funny enough, is everything that he's worried about. He's those things himself.
Yeah.
He thinks this character is gonna cause harm to humanity when he's willing to split up the entire. It started off as a city, but what ended being the entire Earth with the pocket dimension. You know what I mean? You have him killing people just like casually. Like it's like,
His hatred.
you know what I mean? Your hatred is blinding you of the things that he hates himself.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
felt it a lot more too if they kind of like added something to his hate. You know what I mean? But since it's just like, I hate Superman. Let's just
Yeah.
get rid of him.
But they did say
it was
why.
a classic.
But we'll talk about that afterwards.
Saying why.
We'll talk about that afterwards. The conflict between Jarhanpur, what was it called? Jarhanpur and Baravia.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people are talking about this, how it's
Yeah.
really art mimicking real life and all this stuff. Technically, the screenplay, everything was done and they started filming February 2024. So technically, we can't really say it is because of said reasons of like political reasons right now with Israel and Palestine or even Ukraine and Russia. But listen, man, I think it definitely was something they thought about. They do promote this in their press run as this is something that is happening in the real world today. So
and it's an immigrant story.
and it's an immigrant story.
It's how
Superman's an immigrant story.
Refugee.
I had a question saying should comics be political? And I did a deep research about this the other day. And literally comics started off as being political. Their whole reasons were to be political.
From the war. They started in the war from
Yeah.
it was a World War I or II.
They added comic strips
Yeah.
to the newspapers to combat like propaganda and stuff like that, and just comics being
And give people like an outlet of like,
Yeah.
you know, like things are kind of.
Tony Stark was made.
The highest point of depression too. So Superman was created specifically to uplift.
Yeah, literally. So, art imitating life, man. This shit's gonna be political. A lot of stuff
It
from
also-
people's views. People talk about Superman is woke. He's not woke. Superman's an immigrant. This is Superman's story, and it's
That
what
really
makes
pissed me off.
Superman.
That really pissed me off.
Superman.
It's like
Fox News
he's
did.
not
Joe
from
Fans.
Earth. What does that make him? Whatever, refugee, immigrant, whatever term you want to use, he's not like human. He's not like, that's part of his character, being accepted, being denied, learning how to fit in with others, learning how to show his culture to the world and share things. Like,
Yeah.
people are actually
trying
so
to mix up
dumb.
both
I
and
seen
just being
Ben
good,
Shapiro,
being genuine.
obviously his hating ass. You know who Ben Shapiro is, right?
Yeah,
I seen his hating ass like, oh, this movie sucked. Yeah, we know why you didn't like it, buddy. if this character was real, do you not think he wouldn't have say into like what's going on in some of these like wars or conflicts? Like, that doesn't make sense. The most powerful guy in the world would not say, hey, maybe we shouldn't kill people. Like,
The man stepped in and said, "That's it, no more." You can't. Which I really like that too, showing like Superman. and
That's
to
realistic.
See what's gonna happen afterwards. If he's gonna keep doing what he's doing, or is he gonna be like, you know, like I don't know if I can go here, and I don't know if I can go there.
and I like how
Teetering
he.
on injustice.
All right, Clark Kent coming to the Daily Planet. I think everybody in the Daily Planet was cast perfectly, 10 out of 10. I think a lot of people in this movie was casted perfectly.
But we got micro doses of that stuff though.
Yes,
That's the
yes,
problem. Like,
yes.
I thought there was gonna be a lot more Clark Kent. There was like 3 scenes with him.
Yeah.
The scene in Lois's apartment, him at the Daily Planet, and I think that's it. 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And I think like they were good, but like we barely seen any of it, and it's like not like, this is where I think it's unfair. Like, you have Zack Snyder's Superman, who we got very little Clark Kent in Man of Steel. Actually, nothing. We got no Clark Kent. It was like it was a complete Superman movie. Then in BVS, in the Ultimate Edition specifically, you got a lot of Clark Kent. You got him doing journalistic work. You got him,
Building up hatred.
you know, like actually building up on stories and understanding how this guy's brain works and how he's writing these stories and his views on different opinions. You didn't get that at all in this movie, which again, it's not a bad thing, right? It's just it leaves you wanting more.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
You're right. There's a lot of scenes in this movie that I think they could have cut to make room for a lot more scenes of this movie.
Yeah.
And the Daily Planet is definitely one of them. I really like the Daily Planet. I love how they made Jimmy a Gyalis. But apparently he's like that in the comics. I heard somebody saying that this guy gets girls and stuff. I think it's now that they started changing him, but originally I guess that's
I think
what
that they
he
do in
was.
the comics is
Have
sometimes
some moments where this like
Yeah.
some mission they're on, and maybe there's like a girl there that's younger, and it's like, oh, Jimmy.
And sometimes too, in the comics too, they reflect what the movie shows. Like I was just reading one the other day, and Crypto looks like how he does now in the movie in the comic, but Crypto isn't a fluffy hairy dog like that. He's a Labrador. Yeah. He's like a big husky dog, not a husky, but he's a big dog. Like this is a very different visual look of Crypto. So again, it's a small change. I don't think it does any harm.
Movie for the next one.
Yeah. So
Who?
Crypto, because he's supposed to be
In Supergirl, yeah.
For the story, so they threw him into this one. It's like I get used to him a little bit.
I didn't know that.
I like the little back and forth that Lois was having with him. Kind of like, does she know he's Superman right now, or like that kind of threw me off, which I thought was really good.
Good chemistry.
Yeah, and then we get to a scene, great chemistry between him, Clark, Lois, and Jimmy as well. And then we get to the government scene. Yeah, where they're all sitting in a round table. Frank Grillo's there, Rick Flag Sr., and they're talking to Lex, and Lex is just going crazy about how, I can take this guy, I can lock him up and all that.
We gotta do some.
One of my favorite scenes. For some reason, like, a lot of my favorite scenes were cut short. That was one of my favorite scenes, like, the Daily Planet.
When he got up, that was the most Lex Luthor thing. When he was talking to them,
Yeah.
got up and he just started walking
Around the table.
That intimidation thing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And I was kind of like,
that.
yo, they're not really on his side fully, but... And I
They have
thought
their own
Rick Flag
agendas.
was going to be like that. I thought he was going to be like, nah. Yeah, go lock him up. Do what you got to do. Boom, boom, boom. But...
They have their own agendas.
Another person who I really, really want to see more of. But I think it was definitely a setup because he's in Peacemaker Season 2. But...
Oh, man. I think...
After that, they're going to start dyeing his hair to make it like...
You know why they didn't dye it?
He was doing...
He was doing another show. It's a continuity error.
Puff your chest up and say, hey, we're going to make everything connected. Then you're going to make the choice to make his hair silver in animation when you didn't have to. Stick with it. But to say, because then you're getting lazy. It's like, oh,
It's a continuity error for sure. I don't know if like they just couldn't or they just didn't care for sure.
They probably found out about this.
Yeah, it's just like whatever. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. Again, it's a continuity error. But
Wouldn't it be easier for him to just dye his hair in Creature Commando and just be like, I'm dyeing it black?
his character doesn't even look like him in the show. I'm not going to lie to you.
It
does not. It does not look like him at all.
Without the color, it's just the hair. It's like
in the Creature Commandos show, it does not look like Frank Grillo.
Is he gonna dye it for Peacemaker?
I think so. Actually, no. I don't think so. I swear.
I don't know if he's gonna dye for Peacemaker, but I seen in an interview he said next time.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the white hair, the silver hair.
The thing.
So I don't know because he was talking for Superman. So I don't know if he means
maybe they can say
after Peacemaker.
Maybe they can say Creature Commando is like way after Superman. I don't know.
No, it's way before because he gets a promotion to Superman.
Oh yeah, that's true. All right, and we also get introduced to Planet Watch, Jokemans, and then we get the interview, which is absolutely my favorite scene in this movie. The interview between Clark and Lois. I think it's amazingly shot. Like I even watched behind the scenes of how they shot this scene. Like it was really, really good.
It gives a lot of character to Superman.
Yes,
and it's not like this Superman he's not immature, but you can tell he has some growing to do.
He's naive. He's very naive.
He
But this
has
proves
some
to
growing.
me David Corenswet is a great Clark Kent first. This proves to me he was a great Clark Kent. Superman afterwards, but this was absolutely amazing. I think this was after. I don't know. I think this guy could rival Tom Welling, bro. With
I
being
don't
Clark.
know about that. I don't know about that.
He can rival.
And
I'm not saying he's
even
better. I would always put Tom Welling as the best Superman / Clark Kent, but I would say
not better.
This guy's a very close second.
Better than Tyler?
If you're being real fast,
As Clark Kent?
Better than Tyler.
I think Tyler Hoechlin is.
Don't say the worst.
No, definitely not. He was my favorite Superman when I was watching.
By the way, he's still one of my.
Clark Kent from Tom Welling though. It was like, and when he was doing it.
What do you mean we got minimum Clark Kent? Clark Kent.
Are you talking about?
No, he means no because at a certain
What are you talking
point, it's Tom Welling. At a certain point, Clark Kent became the disguise.
Okay.
So he's right where we didn't really see it until the end where he starts putting on glasses and he's like, I have to move more fumbly and clumsy and all that stuff. That's when we got Tom Welling's Clark Kent. But what we saw before, he was just Superman throughout the show. He's Kal-El. You know what I mean? He starts off as Clark in school and then he becomes Kal-El and then he has to learn to be Clark Kent again. That's the beauty behind his stuff. But Tyler Hoechlin, I don't think he's a better Clark Kent than this guy.
Oh,
I think he's
come
very
on,
good.
bro. Come on,
But
man.
I don't think
Like
Tyler-
okay, but by Clark Kent, do you just mean whether or not he's wearing the costume, or do you mean him as his disguise, like him trying to be nerdy and yada yada? Or
No,
you're just talking about
Tyler.
him literally
Tyler
him
nailed the
talking
nerdy
about
act.
Wood as Superman, he's just not wearing his
Ty-
costume,
Tyler-
he's at home.
yeah.
Tyler nailed.
I would say, you know what? You're right. Let me take that back. I would say he's a better Superman than Tyler Hoechlin. Tyler Hoechlin's a better Clark Kent.
I would
Because
even
that
say-
whole
I
scene
would
of
even
the
say he's a better
interview is
Superman.
him as Superman. You're right.
as Superman.
That's him as Superman. So I like getting the whole morals of who he is and what he stands for and all of that. I think that's way better.
You know what it is? You're
No.
mixing up. You're thinking of Superman the way Spider-Man is, and that's not how.
No.
Spider-Man
Hear me
is
out.
Peter Parker.
Hear me out. Hear my thoughts on this. Look,
Spider-Man.
David Corenswet's Superman, as the character Superman, whether he's in costume or not, is phenomenal. It's great. It's a little bit different because he's a little naive, a little not immature, but he has some growing to do. But it's like really great to his character because he just wants to help and he's not seeing the consequences or impact of his actions. So I like this version. It's great. Tyler Hoechlin is a great established mature Superman who's been Superman for like 20 years. It's different. He knows how to do his job in a professional manner a lot better than David Corenswet's version, right? And his version also, Tyler's Clark Kent is very nerdy. When he was volunteering to be the football assistant coach, whether he's in town before his identity got revealed, it was very nerdy and it was very like, this guy is definitely not Superman. So there's a difference. There's a distinct difference. Corenswet, we didn't get to see the nerdy Clark Kent as much, but his Superman's pretty good.
Yes, you're right. And I don't like his Clark Kent yet. My bad. What I'm saying is him as the Superman. He proved it in this scene that he is a great Superman because of his morals, everything that he believes in, stopping that war, saying I'm representing myself, I'm not representing anybody else. I absolutely love that. The dynamic between these two and how it's literally two different people. And this is the best part of Lois and Clark, that they're completely different. You know what I mean? He's all about morals and what's right. And she's an ideologist and she's like, freaking, you know, everything has to be facts and you got to go by the book, and
She's more logical.
100%. But at the same time that's happening, Lex is getting into that fortress. He's getting into that fortress. I was very confused as to how he got in, but it kind of clicked to me. We'll get into that later. I think they should have kept that scene of Krypto getting boxed by Ultraman. What do you guys think? But while that's happening, he put a little distraction with the kaiju, right? So this is our introduction to the Justice Gang, where we get Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, we get Hawkgirl, and we get Mr. Terrific.
Did you ask yourself where the hell did they get this kaiju from?
No, but this is more of a comic book. This movie is really comic book-esque, where it's like there's certain.
Of getting away with things without having to explain certain things. There's starting to be a trend.
Yeah, I get it
question
still.
stuff To say this is so comic book.
I get what you mean, but like
it's a fantastical
They don't
universe.
have to show exactly where,
Yeah.
but if he had like a mini explanation, maybe he found this kaiju in the pocket dimension or something. You know what I mean? Like wherever it is.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a fantastical universe, and it was definitely like he could have made it. He could have found it. He like. Who knows?
yeah. Scene we get Superman being Superman. He saves people. He saves a squirrel. Like this is the most Superman thing we can get, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get introduced to this Justice Gang, and you can tell that they do
difference.
things just for show, praise, for clout, especially Guy Gardner. Yeah, the reaction Superman had when they killed the kaiju, and he's like, bro, now we know that there's an intergalactic zoo out there somewhere. Like we know this guy's gone to other planets. He's done stuff. Like he's been out there. You know what I mean?
He's semi-established.
And then we get the message. How do you guys feel about the fully composed message? Because
okay.
I think they could still do something with it where it's not the real message.
People were really hung up on the whole go find harems and
Build your herald. Dead all these people.
Just go mate with a bunch of humans. Like people were really hung up on that, and it's like, okay, look.
They just say rule over them and
make more
rebuild
sense.
Krypton on this planet.
It does make more
That's
sense
crazy.
for an alien race to send off their people to take over a planet versus two people who have never cared about Earth or thought about Earth until their son needs a place to stay, and all of a sudden, like, yeah, we're sending you here to be the greatest savior. Like, I get that's the story, but when you really think about it, it makes more sense for them to not be on the, I guess, positive side of things. So again,
I really like it.
yeah,
Because this is a strong story point that can take
Jarrell's
us
an asshole.
anywhere.
So,
Anywhere.
like, you know what?
Is he like that, like, everywhere? Because at least in Smallville, we got the whole thing of
was an
he
asshole.
came to Earth first, and he saw Earth, and then sent Clark afterwards,
That's what made
right?
sense when he said, "Okay, going down there, he understands Earth."
Yeah. So
but the thing is, for Jarrell, it's like the entire since we met him and like or heard of him in the second or first season, all the way up until maybe the fifth season when the Fortress came, they presented it as this guy's a dickhead, he's a bad guy. You know what I mean? The message that they got, because he's seen the first part and the second part, the same thing, and it said conquer with strength, rule them with strength, and all that. So in his mind, he's like, "I was sent here to conquer."
it was the opposite.
You have to get over that. You know what I mean? So in this one, they might be doing the exact same thing. So if later on they change it, if they have Zod come in a movie and say maybe he altered the message or
Brainiac. I like that you said that before. This guy said maybe Brainiac could have altered something, and
Brainiac-
that could be introduction to Brainiac.
Could have done it where it's, you know, where it
I
makes
think it's a good twist.
Yeah, Guy Gardner and versus Superman, which I think would have been very fun to watch. That little make a move, Big Blue. Hey, yo.
You would have got B-slapped.
But coming back to the message thing, I did not like their explanation when Mr. Terrific talks about, all these linguists in like 15 minutes said, it was kind of too rushed for it to be
it was like, yeah,
They
no,
wanted
it's
you to not, like, as a viewer, not to doubt the message. And think, oh, no,
but it was a bad writing move in rushing it like that.
I know the top guys, these guys, they're like legit.
Or just give us a timeline. Him walking into that room, you could have said that's literally 40 minutes has passed or an hour has passed, and Mr. Terrific comes and says they've been working on this for the past hour. It's true. You know what I mean?
Or
But
you
not.
say, I tried to do it myself.
Yeah, something. But yeah, I don't know.
I still don't believe it. I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe like Jarrell's actually a bad.
I don't believe it
Yeah,
either.
it's
I
not,
don't
like,
believe it either.
convincing.
And I think that's why it's a great writing point, because I just don't believe that.
Lex genuinely believes it, but
I think they want us to believe it, but I don't believe it.
And then we get the message aftermath when he finds out Crypto's gone and he goes flying back to the fortress. I think was the best flying scene when they're showing all the different weather stuff on his face, rain,
that
and
one little bit was the only good part. Everything
I think that was really that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that part was my favorite thing.
weather, yeah.
We get the fortress is mosh up, Crypto's gone. We get a great scene between him and Lex. I love that scene, and that's something I spoiled for myself. I was so cheesed. I just saw it, and I'm like, whatever, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Where's the dog? Where's the dog?
I'm not gonna lie, the trailers revealed like
Live on cam.
90% of the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly why I didn't
trailer
watch it, and maybe this is why I really
revealed
liked
90% of the
it.
movie. And so there was a Reddit post that was like, like that's why you can never believe these people who just make up shit online. It's like my friend's a manager at a movie theater, and he said I had a chance to watch it, and the trailer is only the first 30 minutes of the movie. I went in there thinking the first 30 minutes are just the trailer. Buddy,
Realistically, there's too many things in the trailer.
The trailer was like, if anything, there was like maybe 10 minutes that in the movie that wasn't in trailers.
barely.
Wow. That's insane. This is why I stopped watching trailers, bro. And then we get Lois and Soup, scene number 2. Another great conversation. This is where he's strong in. You know what I mean? These one-on-one convos, like, they're so great. But it was actually funny too, because the whole freaking space thing was right outside, and she's like, "Oh, were you just helping him?" No, I was looking for the dog. And then afterwards, they have their whole conversation. She's like, "Where are you going?" I think Lex has a dog, so I'm just gonna go there. Why? He's not even a good dog, but you know what? I'm gonna still go. Like, that's just so Superman, bro. I really like it, and yeah, their chemistry is amazing.
Just had her like spend time like trying to figure out Lex's story, like sneaking into places and factories. And
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Do more
Then she
reporter
finds out,
work.
like,
Jimmy and Lois running around, getting the story. You know what I'm saying?
He did more reporter work than Lois in this.
Eve Mercer girl, I do not think she should have been in the movie, because I think it was just such an easy way for them to solve the problem. I think that would have been a perfect way to just have Jimmy and Lois be Jimmy and Lois on the run, finding the scoops, all of that. That would have been amazing. But we didn't get that.
Should have taken all the Eve scenes and just made it her and Jimmy figuring.
Yes, I do think important scenes, or scenes that could have been important, were sacrificed for jokey characters. Not even jokey moments, just jokey characters that they threw in there.
This Lois was more focused on her relationship with Clark and Superman versus her as a reporter. You could tell like she definitely has like this. Rachel has great potential to pull it off to be like a sick Lois for sure. Number one, I think right now she's tied with Erica Durance in terms of just the personality and like,
she's definitely my second
the
favorite.
raunchiness.
I think Erica Durance is my favorite, but Rachel Brosnahan, I think it's gonna take one more scene, not even movie, just one more scene, and you're like, you're up there. After that, Soups turns himself in. Scene of him. Okay, so we get the scene of him actually turning himself in. Ultraman puts his head in the ground. They go.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Is this really necessary? And then they drop down to Lex's base on the sand or whatever, and he comes down. And I think, okay, everybody go watch that scene right now if you can. That is the worst visual scene walking down from the ship. And when I watched it for the second time, I made sure to see that scene again. It was disgusting. He was fully CGI'd.
Which scene?
The scene of him walking down the ship with his hands behind his back and Ultraman's pushing him off the ship, going to the pocket dimension. Horrible. Did you not watch it again? You didn't see that scene, eh?
No,
you didn't pay
I
attention?
didn't pay attention to that one.
Bro, that was horrible. His legs were CGI'd for sure.
All the times,
They CGI'd his costume a lot.
I didn't take it until that scene.
In the
that's
fortress
one
too.
scene.
What's his name?
Really?
Gardner.
Yeah.
Anytime he's flying or moving and stuff, he from the chest down, you can tell it's just all CGI.
That's another thing. Guy Gardner. I don't like that there's no green aura around Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Where if they don't do that for Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, I'm gonna be very pissed off. Don't put the green aura around that. Then we get to the pocket dimension. And I was skeptical on Metamorpho being in this movie in general because I'm just like, there's so many people. And what was a reason or what was something that came out of it being too many people? We get stuff like Eve, who wasn't really relevant. Like Lois and Jimmy, like we said, could have done that. We get Hawkgirl, who I think Isabel Merced looked great. I wanted more of her. I wanted more of Rick. We got a little bit more Metamorpho than we did a lot of other people, but yeah, man, he was really good.
Yeah.
From what I saw,
It didn't match how he looked. As soon as he started speaking, I was like,
Honestly,
you didn't. His voice?
yeah, his voice just didn't match the way he looked.
I could
I
see
think more of
that.
like a grungier type of voice. When
He's the guy who plays Zaz in
Yeah,
Batman,
he
right?
plays
In
Zaz.
Gotham.
He plays that.
Lex Luthor. Okay, this is where Nicholas Holt sold it for me. When he deaded the guy, the falafel guy. Oh my gosh, what was his name? I have it here. No, I don't. I said falafel man. He deaded the falafel man, and I said, bro, this was. Did you guys get the same type of feeling of this is Lex Luthor now? To me,
I got that.
I got that earlier.
Oh, you got that earlier. Okay.
This added on to it, but I think the falafel guy just ruined that scene. Like
Really?
Shut the hell up.
He's like, no,
The
Superman.
man said, "No, I don't have a He made it better, man. Said, I don't have a family. Don't worry."
Like he literally seemed like such a cartoon CW, like the worst kind of extra on CW, like those terrible CW actors on the background. That's what it was. I have a family. I don't have a family or anything. It's okay. Like it's just so cheesy. I either be quiet or I'd rather him beg to make it hurt even more.
Why
when
would
he
you
gets
rather
shot.
him beg? That takes you out of the scene.
No.
Him saying
Here's the thing.
Superman is that guy. I would die for Superman.
It's
Look
so
at that.
cheesy.
That
That's
should
the
show
thing.
you something.
This guy is just a citizen. He's a citizen who has, okay, I gave you food because you helped out with that one time. I seen you were hurt while the bad guy was up there.
a testimony to
help you.
Superman,
So
his-
you showed it enough.
what
that
he gives.
has like that. I want to help. He's literally sitting in the chair with a guy playing Russian roulette. You know what I mean? Anybody would freaking break and go crazy at that moment.
Nothing like that scene didn't impact me the way like I didn't think he was actually gonna die, so it surprised me. So I'll say it did impact me, but this Lex, he was consistent. He was evil as hell from the beginning to the end. So for me, whether he did that or not, like this is like the new definition, the new gold standard of how to be a hater is Lex Luthor.
Someone posted that
Yeah,
too.
you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
After watching this, I'm not hitting to my full potential.
Yeah, it's like this is a great standard.
Which doesn't make sense why he's with someone like Eve.
Yeah. But we also get that kryptonite is very rare in this universe and on this planet.
Did
That's
they say rare or did they say like there's no more?
he said rare. He said rare. Yeah. And then we go into one of my favorite scenes again. Yo, Rachel Brosnahan. I don't know. Maybe she is my favorite Lois Lane because we get the Justice Gang in her. That was a great scene, bro. We see the Hall of Justice is already established. Guy Gardner hands down the funniest character in the film,
Man's eating cereal in a friggin' bar.
with a cup of milk beside it.
Yeah.
What the heck? But yeah, Lois was just hilarious, telling them, "Yo, we need help. You guys gotta help Superman and do all that." And just to see where their priorities are, like, we're not getting involved between the U.S. government and the Justice Gang. That's not happening. And Mr. Terrific, I can say now, my favorite character throughout the film. Stand out. One of the greatest scenes of him and Lois. That fight scene.
That actor deserves better, and I'm glad he got it. His character, people have been talking about his death in X-Men Origins.
Darwin, the mutant who can't die, adapts to everything.
Adapt to everything that died from a bomb in his stomach. So, I'm glad he got.
Yeah, I wrote it here.
Himself.
Big redemption.
Yeah.
They promised him like a role. Like, even after that, we're gonna bring you back, but they didn't, and it affected this guy. And this is crazy. This is kind of like the guy who was on Loki season 2. The guy who was that little kid in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And then he came back for that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. He won an Oscar. He was in Loki. He starred in his own movie last year, Love Hurts. Like, and then we're in the pocket dimension. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the most dreadful part of the movie.
Oh, I think that was my least favorite in the entire movie.
The whole pocket dimension.
Trying to get out of that.
Yeah. From when he escaped. From when he escaped onwards until they left that place, that was I didn't like that act at all.
Yeah, I guess because he was weakened by the kryptonite, it didn't make sense why he was struggling a lot in there. But yeah,
the struggle's fine. That whole Man of Steel fight in Smallville was a struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was getting beat up left and right.
But it's different though. There's no sun,
struggle.
right?
It's like I'm struggling. It's like taking a long walk to somewhere you don't want to go to.
They put too much emphasis on the pocket dimension at that point. It should have just been a prison for now, because now you're adding too much. Him falling into the water or whatever it was, the rift and whatever. I do like how they showed how quick-witted he is with the super breath and all that, but then we get to the Kemp farm. This is a very, very, very crucial topic. How did you guys feel about the Kents?
I might have to agree with Ben Shapiro on this one. Did you hear Ben Shapiro? He's like, I didn't like the parents. They're too grounded, too ugly. Dude, what are you talking about?
That's so weird, bro.
James Gunn said he wanted to make this a true Midwestern family, you know? Which, yeah, like, they're not all going to be like the depiction that was from Smallville, where they're the big ass house, big farm with 10 acres or whatever. Like,
no, but it's not about what they have. It's about the way they're portraying themselves. And it's kind of like every iteration of Jonathan and Martha Kent that we see are still, these guys don't look like they're even competent. You know what I mean?
You talking about the ones now?
Yeah, they don't look like. I can't believe that these are the parents of Superman.
But that's the thing, though. It's like the dad is very emotional, and he puts that same feelings in his son too, to be caring and loving, and then the mom also as well as a support system. It's like they wanted to do a different take. It's not, hey, let's teach you these wonderful lessons and let's do this and it's just how to be a good person, no matter how smart. Because look, you have Lex Luthor, the smartest guy in the movie, who's an evil dirtbag. Then you have his parents, who are, I'm not gonna say they're not smart, but it's clear we're trying to show that they're Southern, Midwestern, whatever.
But do they really come off like parents that would see an alien spaceship crash and want to raise what's in it?
Clearly, because
okay, well, I didn't know that was here. Yeah, I do see that,
like,
because they are
he was
these
literally
people who are
crying.
so emotional and all that stuff. I see that. I don't see them as people who can raise Clark Kent.
But it's at their end though, because
I
see at the end of the movie when you see all the images of them being, or them raising baby Clark or whatever. These guys are like a lot older now, right?
You see, that's what I said too. If this is like they got older and this is now because they're older, they're more mesquite, they're more vulnerable and emotional and stuff like that. Okay, but they just made Jonathan Kent too cryy, mushy. I don't know.
They need that.
Maybe I'm comparing it a lot to Smallville and that Jonathan Kent, who I think was amazing.
Because Superman's raised as a good kid, so he's raised to be a good man. But these people seem like they'll raise him to be such a soft pushover. There's a whole difference. Superman isn't a pushover.
We got two parents who
What you
care.
got.
No, it's anyone's parents are like that. If anyone's son or daughter came to their house beat up, half dead, and they're supposed to be invulnerable, buddy, imagine you coming home sick with a cold. How's your mom gonna act? Oh my god, are you okay? Well, like,
But it's not about how they're gonna act.
normal.
It's not about how they're gonna act and all that. I think it's more about like the conversation at the end was
lesson?
very, very good. The conversation at the end was amazing. And this is a Jonathan Kent who's done everything already. This is why people have a problem. Either he should be dead, or you should show us a Jonathan Kent who's more capable of doing what Jonathan Kent's supposed to do. That being said, I think they can go a very good route in the second film with now showing Superman can't save everybody and killing off Jonathan Kent. You know what I mean by like a heart attack or something like that.
What did he not do in this movie? Like, what did Jonathan Kent not accomplish in this movie?
Freaking, he's a mush. The lady says it every second. He's a mush, and I'm really trying to give this some grace, fam.
So-
but you're asking me questions right now that I kind of want to just dig into this.
Did he not?
This is not.
Did he not give his son a speech to motivate him to do what's right?
He did, yeah.
Anybody can do that.
So
Lois
then
could have
I
given
ju-
that speech too.
No, it's not. Who are you to give me that speech, and why would I care? It's coming
No, I
from
get it.
your-
Yeah,
it's
he
coming
said
from
it.
your dad.
I'm very proud of you. Like that is a great father-son
He
conversation.
did what he was supposed to do.
The thing I'm gonna say is I hate every iteration where Jonathan Kent's still walking around. Like this guy needs to drop dead. This guy needs to be gone.
I think they can
There's no
add
reason.
something
He's
amazing.
not like Uncle Ben, because Uncle Ben's death is the motivation for this guy to become Spider-Man. So he needs to die.
His- And then we get to the rift. This is the big climactic ending, I would say. Real quick, was Metropolis really evacuated? Because this is a bigger level of damage than Man of Steel, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
insane. No,
Ever
that's
since
they're not.
watching Man of Steel, every time I think about and I watch superhero, I never noticed it, but now I pay attention to damage of the city a lot more.
And it's like I see, I'm like, oh,
Especially because it's a Superman movie. I really had to.
because of
the
Man of
way,
Steel.
yeah,
And I'm
people
like,
are dissing it.
That's such a dumb like.
The Man
Like
of
I
Steel-
hate that. I hate that. That's a thing that we
Yeah.
care about. Did they evacuate the whole city? Probably not. Did they evacuate downtown Metropolis? Yeah, I think so. Downtown.
There's no way in hell everybody's
Downtown. The
evacuated.
downtown core.
Oh, okay, people on the
The
streets. Not everybody in those
downtown
buildings.
core.
100 bare people
The
probably died.
downtown core.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well that doesn't say much. So
Yeah,
I don't know what to
For
say.
sure, did we evacuate all of Toronto? No.
Yeah.
Downtown, Yonge and Dundas.
His
Yeah, okay.
his return, saving that lady, popping up out of the smoke, my favorite shot of the whole film. I think that was one of the greatest shots ever. I tried taking a picture on my
I
phone
love
after.
the shot also where he was in the pocket dimension and he's fighting Ultraman, and that one shot where they catch him.
In the pocket, he didn't fight Ultraman in the pocket dimension.
Well, when
The
that
split, when it was
When
a
the split, sorry.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
that was a great shot. This one right here.
Oh yeah, that was more CGI though. Remembering that shot, that was like.
It was CGI enhanced, and
Yeah.
I think it looked good because
I love that whole ending though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't like when we saw in the trailers him punching that guy in the teeth coming out because I'm like, if this is the CGI we're getting, but that's something. Yeah, that's something I watched the second time. I'm like, if I can just get over one thing of this movie and it's the CGI, how would I rate it? So that's how I went in the second time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is still pretty good. The baseball diamond fight was probably the best fight in the whole movie, right?
That was the only fight, really.
There's not really.
No,
that
he
was
fought.
not
He fought
possible
the. He
fights.
fought the hammer of Bravia first, and
No,
then
he
he
got
fought
beat
this
up.
guy in the pocket dimension, like you're talking
Oh,
about.
the-
I think that was a great fight.
Yeah, it was.
When he was going up, I thought he was going up to the sun. At that point, that's what I thought he was gonna do: burn off the freaking things
He
or
seems
something.
very limited in like I only fly in this. I gotta get like a 407 meter to go past the atmosphere or something like.
Let's get to
Like,
407
I almost
meter.
got him built up. It's like he's going up. What is he doing? And then he came back down and then slammed it. It was kind of like.
That also made sense though. He knows she can't. She can't handle it.
I thought he was gonna burn up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna happen.
Freeze.
Or I thought it was gonna freeze as well. Something like yeah, Iron Man, the icing problem. But
I don't think they had any real like good fight in this entire movie.
my perception of this movie and when I started getting amped is when he first came. He saved that lady in the car, and then it just started going up. Because when those people were chanting Superman, I wanted to get out my seat. Like, I was Superman, Superman.
Yeah.
That was freaking great, bro.
The brown Arab looking non-Palestinian people, right?
You're
Okay.
telling me these guys
Yeah.
have had war and oppression stuff all
Yeah.
this time. Superman interfered one time. You know what I mean? It didn't change anything.
Yeah.
These guys are about to kill you, and you guys are standing there, Superman.
No, but that was it. These guys are coming. So they heard the kid and they're like, yo, there's nothing else we can do. That was a powerful scene. So they all started
They all
chanting.
came out there in order to fight back.
Yeah.
That's why they were there to begin with.
So then we see things like the Justice Gang switching their stance on this whole situation. Superman's freaking impact on them, which I think was great. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want any of those guys in the main Justice League moving forward, but that's just me.
Maybe Hawk
Wait,
Girl.
was it Superman that...
Yeah, maybe Hawk Girl. Huh?
Was it Superman that...
He's the one who said I asked for a favor. They helped.
Yeah, but the last we seen of them when they're saying no, Lois was on talking to them. So did she get to them?
I mean,
No, they
were
saw
watching the footage of
Superman.
Superman.
Everybody calling out Superman's name. That's what everybody was watching that, which was a great freaking scene as well.
I guess when it was starting up, it sounded cheesy, but once everyone started going in, you're just like, okay, yeah, this is good. This is good.
And I have a question. Do you think Superman is going to be the reason why not every, but a lot of people who are considering themselves as heroes now that kill, not kill? You know what I mean? We did get that scene of Hawk Girl taking the guy out, and I'm not Superman, and she deads him.
Amazing.
But I love that as well. I still think there should be people out there that do, but like my mindset when it comes to this whole no kill rule that I thought every hero should live by, at this point I'm like, certain people need to live by it. Like Superman, there should be no reason you're killing niggas. You know what I mean? There should be no reason you're killing people.
Batman.
In the Justice League, it's only
Batman, though.
Batman and the Flash.
No, Batman.
Those three.
No, I wouldn't want him killing.
Yeah.
I don't want him killing either. Because that's your character. That's everything you're about.
Everyone else, Green Lantern is a military man. He kills. Both Green Lantern military, Earth military. Wonder Woman's a warrior. She kills.
Yeah,
John
Aquaman.
Jones, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if he kills. He's a freaking Martian.
But they stop when they become a part of the Justice League.
Yeah.
And that should show you that that's not only just Superman, but that's also Batman. Him having that strong, we don't kill. We're not. When we do it, it makes it easier and all that stuff.
I think it's more Superman. I think Batman's more himself. I don't kill. Superman's more motivating.
Yeah.
To not kill.
All right, and then we get to the clone. I knew Ultraman after a certain point was going to be a version of Superman. At a certain point, I'm like, okay, this is the Ultraman from a different universe. But then I'm like, why is Lex controlling him? That does not make sense. You know what I mean? And then I kind of like, okay, it might be a clone. I think it was a great reveal. He kind of looked like Henry Cavill with that long hair. For a second, I was like, bro, is that him?
Could you imagine if he was actually casted as Ultraman? I think people would have lost their friggin' marbles.
I would say, why would you do that? You're super dissing
It's a
yourself.
waste.
You're dissing yourself for that.
And it wouldn't really make too much sense unless this guy's jumping Earths now.
Yeah.
But this might be a nitpick. I don't think so. I really don't like the glaze over. Oh, I just grabbed your hair and cloned you. Because anytime when he clones him, it's a big deal. When Superboy's made, when he makes clones after Superman died,
True.
Doomsday,
It's a hard
always
thing.
a big deal. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But this one is like, I just found a strand of your hair and I
No,
cloned
no.
you so easily. Yet I
Is that what he said?
He was collecting his DNA. He was like,
He said I was going around trying to find your DNA, but he came across his hair, a strand of his hair.
Yeah.
Mm.
Actually, and then he used that in order to clone him.
That makes sense. In the comics, that's how Amanda Waller finds out who Batman is. Because she's just going around to all his crime scenes, or all the scenes Batman is at, until she found some blood.
No, that's how she got Terry McGinnis.
Who? No, I'm talking about comics. I'm not talking about Batman Beyond.
Comics, that's how she
That's
found out?
yes, that's how she finds out in the comics who Batman is. Batman. From what I heard, I never read the comic, but this is what I heard people say. I think the Heat Vision scene, very CGI. I absolutely loved it. I freaking loved it. I don't care. There's some
good.
CGI I don't care, fam. Yeah, when he's spinning and I'm
was a
so
good scene.
cheesed they put that in the trailer, and I'm so cheesed that he only uses Heat Vision 2 times in this movie. I wish he used it a little bit more. And I wrote here, I don't care if CGI is corny at this point. Give it to me, fam. Like, I don't care. I love it. And then we get to the confronting Lex part. Well, before that, Superman kills someone. His own clone.
He didn't kill him.
He killed it. You put him in a black hole. He killed him, bro. So I don't want to hear this. Henry Cavill killed. Even though I'm the one who says that. Henry Cavill kills.
I need to see
But
that guy's coming back as.
a lot of people are saying,
Bizarro.
yeah, a lot of people are saying Bizarro
I don't think
setup.
so.
You know why?
I'm not gonna
Because
lie.
he
Huh?
also-
I don't think he killed him either.
Yeah,
you know why?
yeah.
Because
No,
he
I
also
definitely don't
looking
think
at
he's dead,
the
but
little cubes that are going into the black hole, and they're like, it's probably gonna form his Bizarro Earth because it's a square or a giant cube.
Yeah, definitely a reach.
Mm.
It's cubic.
For a reach, for sure.
All right, and then we get
but-
we get the Lex confrontation. Another great scene. How did you guys feel about Corenswet's monologue?
How did you feel about Lex's monologue
Perfect.
first? Oh, we passed the part. A1, A1, A1. He's punching the shit out of
That
him.
right there, when he was talking to him, and he was just like, "What is it? They gotta layer all these people, whatever." Being put in the same sentence as me, make me feel like I have a little
Yeah,
pain in
I'm
the back
s-
of my throat.
yeah.
But at least they accomplished something. And he goes, "A1, A3." That
Yeah,
whole
real
scene
shit.
to me, I'm not gonna lie.
We're
to
almost
you,
done.
That whole scene was very close to me saying this guy's banging out Rosenbaum. That one scene.
It was
There's
a
lot of
great
stuff
scene.
throughout the movie where I was like here and there, I was like, but overall, Nicholas Hoult is my favorite person in the entire movie.
I don't like how Crypto saved him in the end. That's one thing. And
Oh.
I don't like how Crypto ruined that scene between him and Lex by just having a little funny moment. If there's one scene I could take out of that movie, it's that part.
It reminded me of the Loki and Hulk. Like,
And a lot of people are saying that, and a lot of people are saying at least Loki and Hulk makes sense. This guy's a mindless beast. You're trying to talk to him, he's dupsing you.
that was
You know
Crypto-
their excuse for Crypto.
That was a ripoff.
Is,
He
this guy
tortured him.
Tortured Crypto.
He was having
Kidnapped
fun.
him and
What tortured him? He was
already upset and all that shit. Whatever.
He was chasing squirrels, having fun on the
I think
little
before
thing.
that, because the girl even said, "Oh, he tortured a dog."
Oh yeah, she did. Eve. Yeah.
Right. So he did like a 1-2, but like I don't know, man. You kind of had this boss Lex, and he was rebutting to him. In such
It was
boss
a
way, too.
classic
I will find
MCU
you no matter
scene
what.
where the tension got cut by a joke.
Exactly saying no matter what, I'm gonna be coming for you, setting up their relationship for the series. You know what I mean?
He said that if it's not today,
That's what
and
I
he's
mean.
pointing out it's not today, it's not tomorrow. Da 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 da. And Superman should have just been like, and I'll always be there to stop you.
Just like
Done.
in Smallville.
Dead it.
I love
That's
it.
it. That was a really bad way to cut that scene. To round this all up, the ending, Superman and Lois, that kiss they have, that another great shot of them going up and all that.
I heard they cut that scene in India because it was too sexual.
Yeah.
The fuck?
We get a Supergirl surprise at the end. That was a great scene
How do you
too.
feel about that scene? Because I feel like if it was
Yo,
like 5 years ago, I would have hated it.
Yeah, because when I
Yeah.
see that, I'm like, damn, she is like, what the hell? But it makes sense, especially after people talk about the story that they're using, Woman of Tomorrow, and how crazy and like insane
her life is.
Her life. She watched everybody die, watched more people die, and then she just messed up.
A lot of
Partying.
times this stuff is like casually glanced over. Like, yeah, she's a survivor. She's 20 years old and like she's okay. She just had no. It's like her.
Yeah, they don't go
character-
deep into it.
Yeah,
They'll
her
be
char-
like, her ship got sent before him, and it got hit off course, and then it came after. But they don't say anything in between what happens or anything like that.
Not only just that, but if you go into actual comics like before that, they escaped in like Argo City before it blew up, and then they found out that on this planet far away, whatever, Kal-El's still alive and yada yada whatever. So for years she was living on Argo City, and then once again that was getting destroyed, and then she had to dip.
Oh,
and go
wow.
meet her cousin. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So-
Tragic story.
It's very tragic.
crazy.
We got the Supergirl poster. We know Crypto's gonna be in that movie as
Look
well.
out instead of look up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, she has blood on her hands." It's like, bro, it's clearly spray paint.
Makes sense why Crypto is so unruly because this girl lets him throw her around like crazy. I love the switch at the end when he's looking at the stuff where it's like his parents make him. It soothes him, and it's now.
Yes.
The
His
film
adopted
execution
parents.
was a little too much.
Now in that scene, we get two scenes that are really like James Gunny, and it's the Mr. Terrific scene, which is basically Yondu in Guardians 2, and then we get this last scene. And in this last scene, visually, I think it was perfect. I don't like the music choice they had with it, but it is going off the whole punk rock theme of this film. But yeah, I do think there are certain stuff that James Gunn does where it's like we can tell it's your movie, but you don't need to do it, but you decide to do it, which is like, okay, now you're gonna have people talking. You can't expect people to not talk about it, right? Like you're really putting your mark and your foot in this movie.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be something.
movie.
It is his movie, 100%. You can do whatever. It's your studio. Do
Yeah.
whatever you want, fam. But we know you're directing. We know you wrote it, and we know you're leading the studio. We don't need to have
Your signature.
like, oh, you know what I mean? Like always there. Granted, is it the craziest thing ever? No, but I do think we could have went without that music choice. I think a better music choice would have suited it
should've
better, in
been
my
like
opinion.
Some sort of like inspirational soundtrack, like some sort of, you know what I mean?
I honestly, I didn't think too much of it. It was a feel good scene.
Yeah.
And I felt good watching it. I was like, you know what?
I did feel good. And second time too, I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is... It's
just
a
a
good
feel
scene.
good, yeah.
It's like if I erased all of James Gunn's movies from my head and I just watched this, I think I would like it even better.
Oh, I think if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you're just looking at this and you're like, this is Guardians.
Yeah. And you know, like the little sprinkles of like the dog and then music and all of this. But like we said, you gave it a 8.
8.
I gave it a good 8.5-ish. What'd you give it?
I'm gonna say like maybe 7.2.
Okay.
7 is too low, but 7.5 seems way too high.
I respect it, bro. I respect it.
I'm looking to see more. To be honest, I'm looking to see more for sure. And yeah, are you guys looking to see more?
I can't wait. I can't wait for Supergirl now. I didn't care about it at all. And to put her as one of the pillars, the 4 pillars with Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, I'm like, why? But no, I'm excited for it. And I can't wait to see her. I'm kind of sad that we have to see Crypto again.
Sad?
Yeah, but it's too much now. I think it's too much. They should have put him less in this movie if you're going to have him in Supergirl. In my opinion. In my opinion, if you guys liked him, you liked him, but...
Technically, he wasn't, like, I guess because he had in the last fight, but he wasn't in the movie too much, if you think about it.
He saved him. He was in the movie a lot. Crypto, every time Crypto was on screen, he did something to ruin the vibe. Sorry, not every time. I would say a lot of the times. Like the first time he was shown, really good.
He was used
in the
as
fortress,
as
really good.
as
But then when he came, even when he saved him, and he's like, "All right, Crypto, let's go." When he saved him out of the chasing the squirrels, and he came and he tackled them again, and he's like, "Okay, how much more of that do you need?"
Good. When he talks to him, he's like, "Oh, watch out for the baby." Then it got annoying when he's like, "We got to get out of this freaking river thing," and he comes, he starts licking up the baby, and the other guy now has to save them or they're gonna die. It's like this guy's so annoying that this guy's gonna die as a result. You know what I mean?
But hey, you guys comment down below. What'd you guys like? Your ratings? Do you agree with our takes of this film? This has been our Superman episode. That's been Shaq. It's been DJ. I've been Aces. Episode 6.